You know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. This is a picture of Richard Teska and I on the summit of Mount Baker in June 2015. We're smiling and basking in the beauty atop this 3,300-meter volcano, which dominates the landscape of the Fraser Valley in northwest Washington. Climbing Mount Baker is a demanding challenge, which requires experience in mountaineering and glacier travel and a lot of fitness, especially when you want to fly a paraglider from the top. If you look carefully behind our smiles, there's a slight look of despair, because on this day, we would have to climb all the way down with our huge packs, which are much heavier than the packs of other climbers. Why, you ask? Well, the answer is wind, and lots of it, and all in the wrong direction. All our weather forecasting sources had pointed to great conditions, and so we rolled the dice and lost. We had begun our moonlight ascent at 12:30 a.m. and finally got back to our car at 12:30 p.m., beaten up, blistered, and absolutely exhausted. I didn't think I would ever put myself through this again. Edmund Riviere and I started hiking sometime after 11 p.m. on a beautiful moonlit night. For the first 2 hours, we climbed steadily through the old-growth forest, finally reaching the bottom of the glacier at about 1 a.m. We were only 15 minutes up the steep slope when Eddy's right boot began to delaminate, and he was forced to use cordylite and his crampons to hold it together. The other boot would also delaminate as the night progressed. Sometimes the gear with the most sentimental value is not the best choice. We couldn't have asked for nicer climbing conditions. The crevasses were manageable, the snow was the perfect consistency, and after 9 hours of climbing, we arrived at the west side of the massive summit plateau, feeling totally knackered but stoked to fly. The only problem was the wind. It wasn't blowing a gale this time, but it was not coming up the west slope, which was what we needed. We had no choice but to carry on for the extra half a kilometer toward Grant's Peak, the true summit of Mount Baker. For an hour we checked all the nicest slopes, and none had wind coming up. The only place that seemed to have a clear wind was the tiny southeast ridge of Grant's Peak, a place too small to even lay out our wings. For a brief time, it really looked like we would be hiking down. In the end, we followed the old motto, desperate times call for desperate measures.
Guys, does the camera look like it's at the right angle for him? Wait a sec. Stop. It wasn't good. Grab it. Oh, I think he might be good. He is good. Oh. Grab it. Good job. Yeah. Try to soar, and if it's a little bit more from there, he'll get it when he goes up.
Look at his boot flapping in the wind.
Okay, bud.
See ya. Have fun. Hey, your toes are gonna be cold. Keep the beer cold.
Yeah.
Wow. Very cool. All right, number two.
Okay, number 2. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. It works really well. So here I am heading out towards Glacier right now, and Edmond has tested the wind and said he arrived with lots of elevation, so we'll see what this glider can do. But I'm so happy to be heading down into lower elevations.
Well, we're happy to report that Edmund flew from the true summit of Mount Baker with these, his favorite sentimental value boots, but they completely let him down, and now he's gonna let them go.
Yeah, that's right.
Time's up.
Time's up.